you know that's not happening. That looks like a mess. Okay, well, looks like we got a mess here. Got a fan blade here that busted all to pieces and came apart. Goodman package unit. And got the fan blade put in, but evidently the grill was somewhat broken as well. We just kind of left it sitting here like this, which is not a good idea, because if water gets in these holes when it rains, your motor is going to fill up with water and it's going to be shot. So you can at least flip it back over and set it down while we're waiting on that. But went to pick that up today because they said it had come in at Johnstone. 3 days we've been waiting for it, and they sent the whole top, and the top does not come with the grill. And the grill is what we needed, and now we're looking at 5 days to get that because they sent us the wrong part. So I'm gonna try to do something to get this thing running. We'll see how badly damaged this is. That's the least of their problems, to tell you the truth. You go over here and look at the house. The whole corner of this house is about to fall out. It's just busted and cracked all the way down there. So it is a rental property, but definitely got some foundation problems there. There's another crack right down through here. Oh well, it is what it is. Well, let's see if we can get this thing running, at least temporarily, see how bad this is, if something I can do to get it fixed or do something to get it running. So first thing I want to do is drop that blade down a little farther down the shaft. If you look at that, it's sitting a little too high. It needs to be closer to the motor so it's higher up inside the shroud, and plus your center of gravity is not far down the shaft, so the motor is not going to shake as much if you put that fan blade closer to the motor. So let's get that done, and then we'll see if we can get this thing to run well enough. I'm gonna have to do something, fabricate something, do something. We'll see how bad it's broken. But let me slide this shaft, fan blade a little closer to the shaft. I'm usually looking for about 1/4 of an inch between the blade and the motor, and it keeps that fan blade closer to the motor. The closer it is, the less wobble that motor is going to have in it, and that might help us temporarily. It's just what I always do anyway. The further you put the fan blade down the shaft, that thing is going to shake, and that's not good at all. Okay, so let's flip it over and see what kind of damage we're dealing with on this grill. So it looks like I'm more concerned with these, because that's where the support's going to come from. Some of these are broken, but it's just keeping somebody really from sticking their fingers in it for the most part. It offers a little support, but trying to see how many of these places are separated from this disc. And see how bad it shakes. Let's flip it back over. Alright. So it looks but we have one that's broken right there. Another one broken right there. Another one broken right there. So this thing's in some pretty good damage. Yeah, you see it coming apart right there. I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do to help this thing along. So you see how everything's completely separated. So this center disc is basically completely separated from this. And there's not going to be anything. There's not going to be anything I can do. I was trying to see if there was something I could do to get it kind of up and running temporarily, since we have to wait another 5 days, 4 days. Because they sent us a top when we specifically asked for the grill. And when you go in there, it shows up in their list as 2 different parts: top cover, fan grill. We asked for a fan grill and they sent us a top cover. So that's what you deal with some of the supply houses, people that don't have the vocabulary answering the phone, ordering parts, and they just, I don't know, like everything else these days. So here we are, almost 2 weeks later. They sent the wrong part the first time. They sent the whole top. So they had to reorder this to get the right part. They had to wait another week for this. Ooh. I'll tell you what, it seems like it's a regular thing these days with getting parts for just about anything. You don't want to keep a lot of stuff in stock. You gotta wait. Homeowners are pissed off, upset. Nothing we can do about it. If they don't have the part, they just don't have the part. And if they send the wrong part, they send the wrong part. But anyway, let's get this thing swapped out and get this thing on. I mean, it's a rental property. I'm sure the tenant's a little upset, but it is what it is. Not my rental property. So, anyway, let me get the motor off. Yeah, this thing broke. And the fan dropped and it tore the blades all to pieces. So, we got the blade. Maybe we didn't realize that was broke until we came back and put the blade in. Anyway, figure out a good way to do this. I really don't want to pull all these wires back out of here if I don't have to. Mosquitoes. So 2 of my washers fell off. I do have a couple of these little lock screws with the washer built on the bottom, the lock nuts, if I don't drop that and lose that one. And I also have a set of these that I got off of a carrier unit that I keep, and they should go on there in place of these maybe. These are a little thinner. Have a washer under them. These are thicker. One of those is going to work. So let's get this thing back on. And get my hole lined up right there. We'll get another one lined up. And we'll get one started. We'll try these first. work just fine. Tighten up all the way. Should be able to use this now. No. Oh well. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. All right, that wasn't going to take too long. So I've got a 7/16 flip bit. I just need it to go down on that nut. I don't have to get all the way through it, just enough to grab and turn it. What do you know? The whole bolt is spinning. Now, gotta get down here and hold that to tighten this. Play. So we'll get these other ones tight. Hopefully they'll go on without spinning the whole bolt. Yep. And one more. Tight. There they are. There's no wobble in that. So we should be good to go. So what I did is, instead of reusing these, which are real skinny and they need a washer, two of the washers fell off, so I was either going to use these, or I've got about 2 sets of these. I'll take them off old units when they bring them back, and I'll keep them just in case I ever need them, and they come in handy, and they fit this just fine. It's nice, tight and snug, and we'll get it on and make sure she runs. All right, so that's my makeshift tripod for my phone. I left my tripod at home, my GoPro at home, so I just have my phone stuck up inside there. Works in a pinch. Anyway, the house is locked, can't get inside, tenant's not here, so we're just gonna jump this thing out and see what happens. Oh, let's see, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A 6 fault. What in the world? Really? Well, there's no fault when there's not a call. And the breaker was off. So now where's my fault code list? Oh boy, let's dig around for that. I bet it's in that door. Well, it was actually behind door number 2. So it's actually the compressor output delay, 3-minute short cycle. Power was off. Had to wait 3 minutes. Anyway, it's up and running. No shake, no wobble. That's a shame they had to wait 2 weeks for that. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.